cheat, where playing by the rules went out with the mullet. I'm Kristen Holt, and tonight we're off to Oddworld, where a mysterious bounty hunter known only as the Stranger is on the prowl. Just who is this weirdo, and what does he want? Is bounty hunting really the best way to make a living? And why are there so many chicken people running around? We cornered Oddworld creator Lorne Lanning for all the answers.
Well, Stranger fits into the Oddworld universe in a different way than we had done in the past. And in this game, we wanted to stake out some entirely new territory in terms of gameplay, but also in terms of the species and the heroes that we're creating. And we never saw ourselves as the Abe and Munch company as much as the settlers of Oddworld. And so Stranger was a perfect opportunity with the new gameplay style that we wanted to do, which was much more action-driven, to just go into a different location. The story for Oddworld Stranger's Wrath was inspired by, on the surface, the Sergio Leone character of the Man with No Name from, you know, those great spaghetti westerns. We felt that that inspiration was very appropriate, you know, for what we wanted to go after. And we wanted to start off with a character who was very concerned with himself for his own motivations and had some various issues happening. And we wanted the bounty hunting theme was a very natural theme for gaming. The bounty missions are at the core and the heart of who our character is and what his plight is and how he raises the money to, you know, when we really see how the plot thickens. Bounty hunting and getting those enemies and those end bosses is it's right at the core of the game.
Jump cash in time.
To be the best bounty hunter, you'll need to know how to fight. Keep in mind there's more to the Stranger than meets the eye.
Stranger in general has 3 different types of melee attacks, and 2 of those are physically based when he's could be standing still or walking or even moving faster, which is, you know, left and right trigger. He'll do like a melee swing punch, and then he can do a headbutt. And the headbutt is like, it'll knock characters out. It'll do more damage than the swinging one, but you can't move as fast when you do it. But his primary one is that if you keep on, you know, heading him in one direction, he'll increase in speed, and he'll go through different gates in his animation. And as he increases in speed, and once he starts to lope, which is sort of a little hint that there's more to the character than meets the eye, once he starts to go into this sort of cat-like loping role, he's moving faster, but he feels more like a motorcycle in the way that you control him. And we wanted that because one of his key melee abilities is being able to ram into characters.
The Stranger's melee attacks aren't his only abilities. This game has a new engine that combines first-person and third-person action, taking it to a whole new level.
We wanted to break through a few barriers, you know, and we really felt like the boundary between first and third-person action hadn't really been cracked with very strategic differences of how you would play both, but allow you to play either at any time. The strategic difference between first and third person is that in first person, you're bound by about 15 miles per hour and how fast you can move. If you choose to go into third person, you can't shoot, though you do have melee abilities, but you can run at 55 miles per hour, which is faster than all the other characters can run. So that allows you to get into a tense situation and go, I'm just hightailing it out of here. But and that was pretty ambitious, just to say, well, we want to crack the first to third person barrier, and it was pretty challenging, but ultimately, I think we succeeded pretty well. There's one game speak button. It's context sensitive. So if I'm walking around and I hit that button, I can talk to myself, and I'll just go, need to find a bounty store.
Gotta head north, their wagons.
Really what's happening is your mini goal is being told to you by the character anytime you want. And if you talk to someone else, it's relating that mini goal as a question to try and give you more information.
Can you tell me how to get to the next town?
What? Is it hard to find your way with your head up your butt?
But what I really like to do is just talk to all the characters, because there's some really unexpected humor that gets delivered. And if you're just rushing through the game and you don't talk to the characters, I think you're really missing something. So that's one of the things I would encourage, because there's a lot of little sort of Easter eggs waiting within these characters and what they have to say.
You want directions, punk? Piss off.
So we have over 5,000 recordings of just those little game speak snippets built into the game.
I can't help you out, really, but I can tell you my pants are way too tight.
you don't get G4techTV, contact your local cable provider.